So now that Clickcon 2019 has passed, we really wanted to make a video so that anybody that's interested in coming next year could get an idea of what's in store for them.
And we had so much stuff to talk about that we're making 2 videos. That way it's not like 90 years long. So please watch this one and the second video, which we will release in a few days.
So that means you have to subscribe, right?
Yes,
subscribe.
please subscribe.
Yeah. Please subscribe. Do
like
it now.
it if you like it.
Right now.
We were given all access passes to be able to not only see bits and pieces of classes, but also go behind the scenes with the models where they were getting ready, go and meet some of the instructors, talk to vendors, all kinds of just honestly really cool stuff. I got to meet Peter Hurley. If you're watching this, Mr. Hurley, I'm not a creep. I know I seem like it, but I'm totally not a creep. I'm a little weird, but I'm not a creep. Sorry for staring.
Thanks for watching, Peter Hurley. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so like Ashley said, we got to go behind the scenes. We're even able to see stuff before the show started, like the day before. So we could sit here and talk forever, but let's go ahead and jump right into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. Clickcon is Chicago's very own photography and videography convention, and really what makes this so significant is that Chicago is such a beautiful city. I mean, you have the lakefront and the skyline with the parks and Michigan Avenue right between. It's a great location to take some epic photos. The convention itself was held at the Hilton on Michigan Avenue, so in addition to the amazing views outside the hotel, you also have access to all the beautiful locations inside the hotel, including the Normandy Lounge, the Imperial Suite, the pool, and also the lobby. The show itself had about 1,200 to 1,300 attendees, as well as volunteers and vendors. So while it's a nice-sized show, it's also not overwhelmingly huge. Another nice thing about Clickcon is that it was held at the beginning of August, so instead of happening in the off-season where you'd likely learn a bunch of stuff and then forget it all by the time you need to use it, it's nice to have it right in the middle of the busy season so it can help you get pumped up and finish out the season. Now, because we had the privilege of going behind the scenes at Clickcon, we're actually going to start by covering the day before the convention started, where some really amazing things took place. First thing in the morning on Sunday, we had the volunteer meeting. It was cool to see all the volunteers and get our swag bags, but more importantly, we got a tour of the hotel to see where all the events would take place. We got to see the trade show being built, and we got to see how serious safety and the attendee experience was to the Clickcon team. Next up was the Model Education Day, which lasted from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m., so over 7 hours dedicated to the models for the show. They had a variety of speakers like Joey Joel teaching the models on runway, and Josie Fox giving some awesome instruction on posing. But then there were speakers like Jerry Alt, Abigail Chatrand, and Skip Cohen that talked about the business of modeling and marketing yourself, which was really cool. They also had a modeling agency present. Speaking of models, let's talk to one. All right, we are here with Jesselyn, one of the models at Clickcon. And Jesselyn, how are you doing today?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Everyone's so considerate here. They want to know how I feel. I like that. So Jesselyn, tell us about some of the photo shoots you're involved in. Name off maybe a handful of them that you got to do, like the different styles.
On the first day I got to do I did 4 boudoir classes. I had Gatsby themed. I did the circus event party. I had the Black Swan event. So those were some of the ones that I liked. Oh, I had an edgy couples. That was fun.
That's awesome. So are those looks you've done before, or was that kind of new for you?
Some of them are what I've done. I started with boudoir, so I was used to it, and it was my category, so they obviously stuck me in those. And I've done edgy before. The circus was different because I do creative things, but I've never dressed up like I was a part of the circus. And then the Black Swan, I've done dance, but I've never done like the ballet side of it, like the pretty point your toes, like kind of dance.
That's awesome. So overall, what would you say was your favorite part of modeling at Clickcon?
My favorite part was the networking. I loved meeting all the different models from different places and hearing where they were from, seeing the different photographers getting excited about the different shoots and the photos they were getting back, and meeting the hair and makeup team and seeing how it got all put together at the end when you see different people walking down the hallway and you're like, holy cow, I saw what you looked like earlier. Now you're in this new look. And it was just all so exciting.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So if somebody else is modeling in like the Chicagoland area, would you recommend they go and volunteer for modeling next year?
I highly recommend it. You get to work with some of like the top names here. Have like such friendly people, and everybody's so supportive, and you get something to put variety into your portfolio that you may not have done and may not have thought to do. And it's pushing you outside of your boundaries, so you remember that you can do other things and be comfortable with it. And they also do the modeling class, which is good because nowhere else does that. And you get to learn what it takes to be a model, what agents look for, how to market yourself on social media, which is all important things when you're freelance and you don't have an agent or you want to get one. You have to know all of those things.
Thank you, Jesslyn, for talking with us.
No problem. Thank you.
And cuts. The team that was working down in Salon B was an amazing group of individuals. We had hairstylists, makeup artists, wardrobe specialists. Really, without these individuals, we wouldn't have any models. And without any models, we wouldn't be shooting anything. So let's talk with some of the artists that are making this amazingness happen. So we're here on day 3 of Clickcon, the end of Max Day. All the half-day excursions have wrapped up, and so now we have a little time to talk with the people that are down here in Salon B. And these people are the ones that are making Clickcon actually run. So here we're talking with Miss Simone. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good. So, Simone, what are you doing here at Clickcon?
At Clickcon, I was a makeup artist. I am a makeup artist.
And you let them know.
You guessed it. Tell them that you are a makeup artist, sir.
That's not in the past. That's right now.
It's right now. It's happening.
So, what was your favorite part of Clickcon?
Favorite part of Clickcon was networking with so many people, meeting so many different makeup artists, either from the Chicagoland area, different surrounding areas, meeting the models, photographers, meeting yourself, just interacting with different people. So this was an amazing event. It was awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah, I'd say the same thing. The networking was like on the next level.
Right? It was great. It was so amazing just to meet different people in the industry, because you can go so many different avenues in this industry, and it's just great to see who the people are,
Exactly. So what were some of the challenges that you had to do here at Clickcon?
Okay, so for lack of a better words, I do pretty makeup. So I had to step outside of my box and do steampunk makeup. They had Marie Antoinette, they had Black Swan. So it was really great because I was able to expand my learning. So by learning from others, watching other artists do, and then also me doing them as well.
Simone, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you next year.
I know, I hope so too.
What is going on? That was kind of daunting.
You know what? No. I'm so sorry. I'm going to erase that. I will see you next year.
And you will too if you come to Clickcon next year. So thanks. Bye. After the model education day, there was a meeting for the vendors, followed by a meeting with the speakers. It was real cool to meet and talk to both vendors and speakers, as sometimes they can seem larger than life. But then you see that they're actually real cool and fun to be around. One thing I really like about Clickcon is that it was very hands-on. As we popped in and out of classes to get footage, we noticed that most of the classes have the attendees using their cameras. From the most basic introduction to the exposure triangle classes, up to fashion theme portraits and boudoir, it was all about taking photos yourself and not just listening to a lecture. I remember I popped into a class that Spiros was teaching, and all he was doing was having the class take pictures and keep on adjusting their shutter speed to see the difference that it was making. I mean, to me it seemed like a very simple thing, but when you saw the look of realization come over people's faces as they started to understand what was happening, and then the smiles they had, that was really awesome. The way the classes were laid out, it was real easy to pick based off the coloring system they used. Now, I was mostly interested in classes that dealt with the business side of things, but overall, there was a nice variety to the classes, from Peter Hurley teaching about headshots, Clay Blackmore teaching about using 4K video to get stills, Lindsay Adler talking about taking epic portraits, and a million other things. The classes were both educational and fun.
So we're here with Chris Zeman, one of the speakers here at Clickcon. He's also working on the trade show booth, so make sure you check him out. But just a question for you, Chris. Yeah. So with so much information on YouTube, on Instagram now, I'm just going through the internet, why should a person come to a place like Clickcon?
So I think the benefit to coming to an actual convention, one is community. Okay, but two is the interaction of working with photographers, seeing photographers in real life, working side by side. You're learning hands-on. When you're on YouTube, you might put a question in and maybe someone will get back to it. But right here, what we're seeing every minute outside in the hotel all around Chicago is people just collaborating on the fly. They're jumping in on shoots. They're like, hey, can I help you with this? Hey, can I help you with that? I had a shoot just yesterday that two people walked in and said, hey, your model looks really cool. You guys get good lighting. Can we help you? Yeah, come on in. Let's all do it. Everyone's getting great photos. Everyone's getting an amazing experience. And that's that hands-on treatment you're not going to get online. You're not going to get from emailing a company. You're not going to get from tech support. This is the collaboration, and that's what the convention's all about.
Okay, and a question just for you. Yeah. What have you enjoyed about Clickcon?
I have loved the random camaraderie. It's kind of the same thing. This is one of my first big conventions to speak at, so I was really excited about that. And to have people come to me after the classes and say, can I pick your brain? Is that okay? I'm like, yes, absolutely. Come on, let's sit down. Let's hang out. What can I help you with? That really is where that passion goes full circle.
Now, something else that was pretty cool but wasn't necessarily on the schedule was all the collaboration that happened after the last classes were over. If you stepped out into the streets on Michigan Avenue, you saw photographers and models and videographers all just getting together, just making shoots happen right there on the spot. No planning, no pre-scheduling, no nothing, just going out and creating awesome images. For me, this was one of the coolest parts of the entire show. You had models, you had photographers, you had the location, you had a venue, you had everything you need to do an awesome photo shoot, and it was all right there, just waiting to be shot.
All right, so that wraps up video number 1. Please click the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you will be notified when we release video 2 after today.
Yeah, so video 2 will be awesome. It's going to include the trade show floor with all the gear and all that cool stuff. We're also going to talk about the Max Day excursion photo shoots, which were really awesome. And we're just going to talk about some of the other benefits of coming to Clickcon. And for my Fujifilm people out there, there may or may not be a 100 megapixel medium format camera featured in that video. So you might want to check back to see that. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.